Hey guys, my name is Mason, and welcome back to Mason Zero ASMR. Today, I am going to be doing a What's on My iPhone video. I realize I haven't really done anything like this, so I'm going to sort of go through the apps I have on my phone and, talk to you about why they're on there and whatnot, and maybe you will learn something about me from it. So, step one, I'm gonna turn on airplane mode so we don't get interrupted. It says 12:05 p.m. on Friday, December 15th. So I'm doing this. This is the iPhone 7, not the 10 or whatever, X or whatever they're on, just the 7. I guess we'll start off first with what's on my iPhone. I have this Spigen case. It's almost not noticeable. It's a pretty thin case, but it gets the job done. Blends in. I like that. I am notorious for not dropping my phone, so the case is just there just in case, but I don't usually drop it. And then I have a screen protector, as you can see. So that's that. So let's open it up. There we go. Okay, so page 1, the home page, pretty straightforward. I've got my 4, I guess, commonly used apps on the bottom. Those are just the ones I like having. I've got the phone on the left, which of course, who uses an actual phone these days? Who calls people? But it's there just in case. Followed by the text message app, which I use quite a bit. Followed by Facebook, which I'm always using. And then Google Chrome, because most of the places I'm going are websites. So got those 4 on the bottom, no matter what. And then this is pretty much just where I throw all the standard apps. We got FaceTime, which I don't remember the last time I used FaceTime. It's been years. We got settings, of course, photos, camera, the calendar, the YouTube app, the iTunes Store and App Store, weather, contacts, Gmail. I got rid of the calendar app and instead installed HiCalc Pro, which is a far superior calculator app. It has a lot more features, and you can go to different types of calculators. They have the basic one, and then the scientific, of course, and all these other calculators. So it's pretty cool. And Google Maps, Notes, and then just some other utilities, voice memos, clock, and reminders. I never use reminders, but I do use voice memos and clock at times. I don't usually use my phone as an alarm, but occasionally. So that's page 1. Page 2, just a few things that I use frequently. My phone setup is kind of weird. I'm not really sure what it is, but I have Reddit there as the first one. I go on Reddit quite a bit. Usually on my phone, because I really like the app. Next is Twitter, which I spend a little bit of time in. I'm trying to spend more time on Twitter. And shameless plug, you can follow me at Mason0ASMR. Also, the link is in the description. Then we have Facebook Messenger. Gets used occasionally. Google Drive. Instagram, which I'm also trying to spend more time on. My bank app, which I go into occasionally. Snapchat. And the YouTube Studio app, which is basically the app that lets you manage your channel mobily. You can read and reply to comments and stuff like that. And I don't know if you can see analytics, but you can see a little bit anyways. I like to use it to reply to comments because I don't necessarily log into the ASMR channel every single day. It's not my default channel that I use for YouTube. And then on this page, I have things a little more categorized. This is various apps, honestly. My first folder is social. I have LinkedIn, which I apparently have some notifications for, Discord, and Tumblr. LinkedIn, I usually have around. I check up on it every now and then, read stuff, keep it updated. Right now I'm looking for a job, so it's one of the tools I use for that. Discord, I don't go on Discord too much on my phone, but I usually have it open on my desktop. There's the ASMR Discord room for content creators. There's also a couple other rooms that I'm in. And then Tumblr, I used to go on Tumblr a lot in college. I posted stuff on there and did writing and stuff, but I don't really use it anymore. Reference, I just have a couple things. I have the Wikipedia app, and I have Yelp. It's pretty self-explanatory. I use both sometimes when I just need to look something up. Utilities is kind of a broad one. I have iHandy Level, which is actually pretty cool. It has a level that works really well. So I like that a lot. Find My iPhone, of course. Find Friends. Find Friends is a little creepy, of course. I only use it with my girlfriend because it's useful to know where the other is. Like, and that's not like a weird thing. Like we live together, we know each other's schedules. It's pretty much just to like see how far away we are from home when we're coming back from somewhere or whatever. It's not like we're worried about, sneaking off places or anything. And then Adobe Acrobat Reader, just for reading PDFs, I guess. Dropbox, same reason as Google Drive. Then we have Google Docs and Google Sheets, which I'm not even sure if I really need them. They're just kind of there because every once in a while I view a document on my phone and need to have those around, because Google Drive doesn't let you view and edit those documents within the app itself. You have to have those other apps. Then we have speed test, check internet speed. Let's do some showing off. Let's connect to the Wi-Fi and do a speed test. Show off my good internet. Oh, and there's a text message, of course. A little slow today. I should have 100 up and down, but it's in the 80s right now, it looks like. But still pretty good. Anyways, turn that off. And we have Continue on PC, which is, I believe, a Windows app. I just downloaded it recently. I think it lets you look at something on your phone, then you can share it to the Continue on PC, and it'll open up on your computer, like a web page and stuff. So that's pretty cool. That's all for that one. I have Utilities 2. I should probably reorganize those utilities folders, honestly. We've got Sync Me, which is useful for syncing like Facebook and Twitter profile pictures and links and information with your contacts. I like using that. Got My Verizon to see data usage and stuff like that. Amazon, I don't buy too much on Amazon, but I like looking on Amazon. Then we've got PayPal, of course, and IFTTT, which stands for If This Then That. You can make these little like automated formulas. For example, a basic one that I think I used to use was like, when I change my profile picture on Facebook, also change it on Twitter, then it'll just automatically do that with that photo and things like that. I don't have too many running. I used to have more, but there's a few useful things like that that I like to do. utilities 3, we have HDR camera, which I used to use a little bit, not so much anymore. It generally takes a better picture than the regular camera. It takes an HDR image, but I mean, I guess iPhones do that natively now. I haven't really used it too much. Then we have Push Bullet, which if you haven't heard of is extremely useful, at least for me. Basically, you can get it on your devices, including your desktop, and you can push messages and files between them. So like if I am out somewhere and I need to remind myself to do something when I get home, I usually use Push Bullet to just send it to my computer so that when I get on it, I can be like, oh yeah, I wanted to read this article or whatever. Maybe it's not the best way to do it, but I do like it for that. And if I just need to like send a picture to, from my phone to my computer for a video or something, sometimes I'll just use Push Bullet. Then we have Splashtop and Chrome Remote, which are both quite similar. They're both remote desktop apps. I don't use remote desktop too much, but sometimes it's useful. Specifically, in my house, I set up my old laptop in our living room, connected to the TV, and I just kind of tucked into a cabinet. So if I want to use it to like watch YouTube or like stream games to it or something like that, then I need to use a remote desktop tool. So I usually use Splashtop for that. It works really well. It shows the screen up on your phone screen and lets you, type in stuff and move the mouse and things like that. So I think it's super useful. And then we have TriMet tickets. TriMet is the public transit system here in Portland, Oregon. I don't use it too often, but I'm trying to use it a bit more. And they just have an app where you can buy tickets, and then it just has your digital ticket on there in case someone comes by that you have to show it to. So that's useful. Like a few weeks ago, I, was running up to a train as it was about to leave, and I just bought the ticket when I sat down. So it's always useful. Then music, we have the music app, of course. Then we have Shazam, which just identifies songs that are playing. I use that quite a bit, especially when I'm in the car and hear something on the radio. My car does have, it does show what song is playing on the radio, but not every station sends that data, I guess. Then we have SoundCloud, which I used to use a lot more than I do now. I used to use it quite a bit. Then we have the iTunes Remote app, which I also used to use a lot, and I don't even remember the last time I've used it. Usually I'm at my computer and don't really need to remotely control my iTunes, but it's still useful occasionally. And then Spotify, I just use the free Spotify, but it's nice, like the rare times where I'm like going on a run or something and I just want to put on a playlist of music. So I like having Spotify. Then we have News, which is a relative term. We have BriefMe, which I used to use and don't anymore. It just it kind of does exactly what it says. It briefs you on the kind of top 10 news stories of the day. It just has the headlines up, and you can read more if you want to. It's a little less overwhelming than going to a news site or something. Then we have podcasts, which I usually listen to podcasts on my computer, but sometimes if I'm, taking public transit or, doing stuff around the house, sometimes I'll listen to it on my phone. I listen to a lot of marketing podcasts and a lot of magic podcasts. That's pretty much the two. And then other classic ones like This American Life and things like that. And then we have Waze, which isn't really news, but it ended up in this folder anyways. And that's just I have basically a different navigation app that's a little better with the with reporting accidents and other traffic situations like that. We have movies/TV. We have the TV app that comes with it. We have Netflix, which I never watch on my phone, but sometimes I'll look up something on the app to see if it's on Netflix before actually searching on my TV. Fandango movie tickets, which again, I don't buy tickets on it. I usually just see what movies are around. Google Cardboard. I do have the Cardboard VR set, that you put your phone in, and you can use the Cardboard app with it. I used it when I got it last Christmas, and I haven't really used it since. Twitch, mostly I use Twitch on my computer, but I have it on my phone just in case. Again, if I'm in a different room in the house, don't feel like carrying my laptop around, sometimes I'll bring something up on my phone. And then Hulu, kind of the same deal as Netflix. I usually don't watch it on my phone, but I have the app there just in case. For reading, we have the Books app, of course. We have Goodreads, which is a great website if you read any significant number of books. They have articles and reviews, and most importantly to me, you can track what books you've read and like leave ratings and stuff, which is pretty cool. And then Pocket, which allows you to save articles for later. I used to use it a bit more, but it's great for like going on flights and stuff because it downloads the article to the app, and then you don't have to have service to read it. So that's super useful. Then I have a Magic folder, which has 2 different life counter apps. There's Life Count, which is just a basic 2-player one. I'll show it to you. So it's super basic, and then you can just tap above and below to do that, and then just swipe to the side to reset them. So I like using that for just quick stuff. And then Lifelinker, which was made by the guys who do the Command Zone podcast. Theirs is super cool. And you can, if I can get it to go. Oh, there we go. You can have like up to 4 players and stuff, so it's pretty cool. That works the same way. So like those. And then the TCG Player app, which lets you scan cards to see their value, basically. And then I just have a folder of Apple apps that I don't really use. So there's Health, Safari, Wallet, Calculator. Ones I don't use, and I think are these ones you can't delete, I think. Or I can delete Calculator, but yeah, the other ones you can't delete, I guess. So that's that. And then games is my last category. I don't have too many games on here, but a few that I go back to. So we've got Paper Toss, which is fun. Just use your thumb to fling paper into the trash can. Glow Hockey, which was one of my favorites in high school. It's just a air hockey sort of thing, very simple. We have Fall Down and Fall Down 2, which I used to play a ton of. Super addicting. Shapeshift, which I believe was kind of like Bejeweled or whatever, one of those things. And then Flappy Bird, just because it's not on the App Store anymore, so I just keep it around. I haven't played it since it was, a thing, and I wasn't good at it. Puzzle, we got Pipe Roll, which is just rotating pipes in a certain amount of time so that the water can flow through it and stuff like that. 2048, I was addicted to in college, and I still play it occasionally because it's a good time waster, but I used to just play it all the time, and with my friends we would like compete against each other basically. It's so simple and so addicting. Sudoku, which I'm terrible at. I don't really remember what Noda, Quetzalcoatl, and Rope are, but I'm sure I played them when I downloaded them. But there's more puzzle games. Only One Thing in Action, which is Nimble Quest, which is also a great game. I play it sporadically. I have played it sporadically over the years, and it's just a fun, like, sort of like Snake, where you're always moving and you get longer and you can kill yourself if you double back and run into yourself. But it's a lot of fun. For strategy, I just have Pocket Tanks, which goes way back to, those tank games. I forget what site they're on, but, whatever game websites that it was on. It was a ton of fun, and they have the iPhone version. For board and card game, I have Solitaire. I have 5-color combo, which I forget exactly what that is. It's a Magic thing. I guess I can move it to the Magic section because it's not really a game. I think it lets you like upload deck lists and I don't know, read articles maybe. I'm not sure. Then we have Star Realms, which is a great physical card game. It's a deck building game, but not a trading card game. So you just buy the game and that's it. It's a lot of fun. They have a really good mobile version. And then Star Wars Card Trader, which isn't really a game, but I go into it sometimes. It's literally just like trading cards, like baseball cards. Like there's not a game. It's just cards. And I don't really get it. I don't really understand that. I mean, I know that it's collecting, but there's nothing, you don't do anything with it. You just have a collection. So sometimes I go in there because it's kind of fun, just because some cards are rare and it's cool to open them up and see that, but there's no value in it. Well, that's not true. There's probably cards that are worth a lot of money. And then instruments. I have this Animoog synthesizer, which is insane. It was like $10, but I think I got it randomly at some point, but I'm not going to play any of the sound, but you can, like, it's just this crazy synthesizer. I don't pretend to fully understand it, but a lot of the sort of spacey sounds I did for like kind of a concept album that I did were made with this app. Some songs were just entirely this app. And then we have Warframe, which is a great MMO game that you can get for free on Steam. I've already played it for like 300 hours or something crazy like that, and I've only been playing for not even a year. Yeah, 307 hours as of today. Well, as of the last time I played it, which was a couple weeks ago. Very fun, addicting game. But they have a accompanying mobile app that lets you do some of the more minor grindy actions in the game, like collecting resources and building items and stuff like that. So that's all the apps on my phone, without getting into them too much. Let me know if there's any apps you think I would like. I really haven't gone looking, and I really haven't seen anything that is appealing to me. So let me know if there's anything I should get. Let me know if you saw anything in this video that that you're going to go download. Like I said, I don't use all of these still, but I have at one point. They have been useful to me at one point. So hopefully you found something in here that you enjoy. And hopefully this lets you understand what I'm into a little more. So thank you all so much for watching. I hope that you found this video relaxing in some way. And I'm looking forward to seeing you in the next video. Good night.